I'm Adam Tracy, and following up on a previous discussion is trade signals. You have copy trading on the one hand, which is like an automated trading bot, if you will. Then you have trade signals, which are akin to like trading systems. And in the crypto sphere, the only real contention that you have, not including security tokens, which we'll talk about next, is whether you have to register as a commodity trading advisor. Because Bitcoin, Ethereum, your primary coins and tokens are commodities by definition. Despite everything you hear and like read and the SEC jockeying for control and all that, they're commodities. They've been deemed commodities for some time. So the CFTC and the Commodities Act actually has regulatory hold over crypto. And the thing to know about a commodity trading advisor, as I mentioned last time, is that one, you have to be dealing in commodity interests, and two, you have to have like an authorization or power over this person's account, right? And commodity interests are, by definition, commodity futures or options on commodities, amongst other esoteric like swaps and things like that. And if you're dealing in spot Bitcoin right away, whether you're doing copy trading or trade signals, it doesn't really matter, right? Because you're not dealing in commodity interests, right? They're not futures, they're just spot commodities. It's like if you were giving signals on corn, a bushel of corn, for instance, which is a commodity. But there's also futures on bushels of corn, right? And it's what you're giving the signals on. Now with trade signals, it's different because it's a trading system, right? You're providing the signals, but ultimately whether the person takes a signal and executes a trade is based solely on that. And so for that reason alone, outside of the commodity futures, commodity interest concept, trade signals are not regulated. Trade signal providers don't have to be registered as commodity trading advisor, right? Now, if you were dealing in like Bitcoin futures or options on futures or anything like that, you also, as a trade signal provider, wouldn't meet the commodity trading advisor definition because you don't have control over that person's account. You're merely selling trade ideas or a trade system or what have you. Unlike so in the Forex space, this is very big, right? And you see trade systems and you see all sorts of things like trading academies, which are just ruses or under the guise of like education. It's really just like a trade signal factory, right? Well, they don't have to register as commodity trading advisors because ultimately I'm selling you the signals. Whether you execute the trade or not is totally up to you, right? Totally up to the buyer. And so trade signals and trade signal providers in the crypto space, right? And we'll talk about the security space, which deals with Investment Advisory Act and all that in the subsequent video. But trade signal providers, true trade signal providers, not copy traders, never have a registration requirement when it comes to crypto, right? So there's absolutely nothing outside of the typical don't defraud anybody or anything like that. So definitely check me out. Hit me up if you have any questions. Adam at AdamTracy, TRACY.io, and I'll talk to you soon.